Hi, how's it going? Today's video is a postnatal yoga sequence. This is for mothers of babies who are at least 6 weeks old if you've had a vaginal birth, or 10 weeks if you've had a caesarean section. It's important that you've been to your doctor for your check, and specifically that you've checked for the muscles around the tummy to make sure you don't have diastasis recti. If you do, I'd recommend you see a physio before doing any of these exercises. My baby is now 16 weeks old, so I have been doing these since he was about 6 weeks old, and they've really helped me, regain strength and ease any aches and pains, because I know just how sore it can be, especially on the back and shoulders, and I've been baby wearing a lot as well, so I make sure to do yoga every evening if I can, once all the kids are in bed. In this video, you're going to find me concentrating on 5 different sections of the body that I feel are really important to stretch and to focus on in the postpartum period. So I'm going to start with the shoulders and back. I'm going to go on to the wrists and hands. Then I'm going to do an easy sun salutation just for kind of the overall body, but mostly again the back. And for strength, we're going to do some half squats. One of my favorites for just building strength during pregnancy, but it's also important for building strength now in the postpartum period. And then I'm going to finish off with some pelvic floor exercises and some nice twists, just because they feel amazing, and our bodies, they're healing, they're regaining strength, and they need a lot of loving care, and I think this sequence really helps in that regard. I am a mom of 3. I'm also a yoga teacher. I specialize in pre and postnatal yoga. It's just my passion. I think it's really, really important that we take care of ourselves as well as, while we're looking after our children, because if we don't, who will? I hope you enjoy this sequence. So just sitting down in a relaxed, comfortable position, with your legs crossed and your hands on your knees, crawling forward with your hands, relaxing your torso forward and relaxing your head. Crawling with your hands over to the right side, releasing the torso and head over the right knee for a lovely stretch of the back, especially the lower back. Then over to the opposite side, checking in on your baby if he or she is near you, and releasing the head and body down over that side. And then back to the center, releasing the torso and head again for a final stretch forward. Lovely long stretch of the back until you crawl back to the front. Bringing the left arm up and over, and then swapping to the opposite side, breathing in and then breathing out as you bring the right arm over. We're going to keep the elbows relaxed and the shoulders away from the ears as we do this. A lovely lateral stretch, stretching the sides, releasing the shoulders. Allowing your movements to follow the rhythm of your breath. Enjoying this beautiful stretch. And coming back to the center, and I often find I need to just check in on my baby every now and again if he's there beside me. Having a couple of rattles usually helps. And then breathing in, bringing the left hand onto the right knee, twisting your body towards the right from the tailbone up to the head. Looking out past your right shoulder, then breathing in, release, back to the center. We're going to go in the opposite direction now. And this time bringing the opposite hand, so the right onto the left knee, twisting the body from the tailbone all the way up to the head, looking out past the left shoulder this time. And then back to the center, enjoying the benefits of the twist. Improving digestion, equalizing the energies between both sides of the body, and strengthening the spine. And then we're going to release the legs from underneath us very slowly, and circling around the ankles just to improve circulation, bringing the feet around and sitting onto your ankles. And then from here, we're going to come onto the knees and bringing the hands around so that the fingers are facing in towards the body, hips upwards, and then very slowly we're going to breathe out and lower the hips down. So you're going to feel a tension along the wrists and the lower arms. So you're going to breathe in and raise the hips up a little, and breathing out, lowering them back down. And the idea of this is just to really stretch that area of the wrists. And then finally we'll release the hips up and release out the arms, twisting them around. And then clasping the fingers together, we'll twist the hands again. Releasing any tensions, opening and closing the fingers. And then finally shaking out the hands. And then coming on to the knees, we're going to stand up slowly. And raising arms over the head, bringing them down into the prayer position. Raising the arms as we breathe in and lowering them down, keeping the legs straight. Releasing the head forward, and then each time we breathe out, we'll bend one knee and then breathe out. Breathing in and straighten, breathing out, bend the opposite knee. And we'll keep this rhythm for a while, just really straightening out and strengthening the backs of the legs. Then bringing the arms around behind us, clasping the fingers if possible, and releasing the torso fully forward, shaking the head to say no for a deep stretch of the spine. We can breathe in, raising our heads up, putting our hands on the ground for support, or you can use a prop. And then I like to use this time just to chat to my baby, and then relax back down again. It's a nice little peekaboo game you can play. Each time you breathe out, relaxing your head back down. All the time we're strengthening and straightening the legs, the spine, and the entire body really. And then slowly bending the knees, we'll roll up slowly. The last thing to come up should be the head. Then we'll do several shoulder rolls backwards. Breathing in, stretching the arms up overhead. And breathing out back into the prayer position. Breathing in, stretching up. Breathing out back, folding forward. And then from here we're going to bend the knees. And slowly come into all fours. From here then we'll come down into the cobra or the semi-cobra. We're going to breathe in, looking over our left shoulder as we breathe out, and then the right. And again, we can play peekaboo with our baby here. They usually love this. And at the same time, we're strengthening the stomach. And it's a lovely release for the lower back. And then slowly we'll come into child's pose and then up into downward dog. Not necessarily down on the heels, but if possible. And then we won't stay here too long. Just stretching the entire body, bringing the chest down and pushing the hips up towards the sky, then slowly stepping forward, folding forward with the spine, releasing the arms behind once again for a deep stretch of the backs of the legs, the entire spine, relaxing the head, and then slowly bending the knees and rolling back up again. Releasing the shoulders, stretching up and back into the prayer position. And now bringing the legs to a wide stance, feet out. As you breathe in, raise the arms up above your head, and breathing out, bringing the palms together and down into a half squat. Breathing in, raise the arms, breathing out, half squat. Breathing in, up, breathing out, down. Again, following the rhythm of your breath and building strength and stamina. And on your next half squat, we're going to stay down, taking the right arm down to the right knee and stretching the left arm overhead, breathing in and swapping over as we breathe out, stretch overhead. Following the rhythm of your own breath, building strength with the half squat and stretching out the area between the shoulder and the hip. Then we're going to move from side to side now, slightly bringing a twist into the movement. Again, going as fast or as slow as you please. Enjoying the strength building exercise. And then slowly coming back up to standing, moving your feet slowly in together and shaking them out for just to release them a bit. Coming down onto your knees now and then back into all fours. And then we'll put the feet and toes on the ground behind us and slowly crawl back with the hands into a full squat now. If you choose, you may bring the elbows into the insides of the knees and come into a prayer position with the hands, or you can simply put your hands in front of you for support. You may like to do this beside a wall as well, so the wall to your back for extra support also. And now sitting back down onto your mat with your legs stretched out in front of you. Feet facing up towards the sky. We'll breathe in, raising the arms up, breathing out, folding the torso forward, relaxing the head and the arms. Paschimottanasana, enjoying a full deep stretch of the spine, the legs and the feet. Then slowly lowering the torso back down, bringing the feet in towards you and bending your knees. We're going to concentrate on the lower abdominals. Really important to have been continuing your pelvic floor exercises. Now we're concentrating on the lower abdominal, so we're going to breathe in and then slowly as you breathe out, raising up the tailbone to lift up the pelvis and then lowering as you breathe in. Going to breathe out again and raise it, breathing in, lowering again. It's a really subtle movement, making sure it's the lower abdominals that are working here. We're going to strengthen them from the pelvic floor up through the lower abdominals. And if, like me, your baby is with you, you might need to take him or her in your arms. A lot of these exercises can be done with your baby on your chest or with you, beside you. Here I will endeavour to do that. And then just continuing with these same exercises. And then just to finish, we're going to do a deep spinal twist. So bringing your legs up and to one side, we're going to start bringing them to the left. And then we're going to swap sides now. We bring the knees back into the middle. If you don't have your baby on you, you can press your knees into your chest. It can feel really lovely to stretch the lower back especially. And then bringing the knees this time over to the right. You can use your right hand to help you do so. And keeping again your torso firmly rooted to the mat, and we'll bring the head over towards the left. Spinal twists are so important for keeping your spine healthy and strong. It can be really relaxing as well. So you can finish off in this position or sit up as I'm doing. Just to say thank you so much for sharing this moment with me, and remember, Mama, to take care of yourself. Namaste.